Hi, Juliette. Something strange happened. We had a big snowstorm here. And this is my email to your mother, is what these all are. They're not telling you, but these are my emails that I wrote to your mother. Now we're up to December 16th of 2016. Seems like a long time ago now. I said, well, I have to thank you for yesterday morning. What on earth were you doing walking down Warburton Avenue? No less right in front of my door. Were the trains not running in Dobbs Ferry? Did you possibly walk all the way to Hastings? I feel very badly how miserable that must have been in the snowstorm, but I'm guessing you never expected to pass right by me. Now, we won't play any games like that didn't happen, and it would have been a good guess to think I would not have been outside during that time. But Thursday happens to be the day that you have to move your car in this stinking town, and there will be and they were out there still writing tickets. So I went out to the post office in the deli and was coming back to my place to move my car. And who do I see? And when we both turned around, your mother turned around and looked at me. I turned around and looked at you to confirm it. There's no doubt somebody that I was married to, somebody that I have known for all this time. You're not going to tell me I'm seeing a doppelganger or a ghost or something of your mother. It was your mother. And she could have avoided on the other side of the street. She could have walked down another road and avoided my apartment. But, what they call chutzpah, the nerve of her just to walk right in front of my apartment when I have she had an order of protection against me. And she of course, denied it. And the email continues. Now, maybe if you went through some miserable experiences like walking all the way from Dobbs Ferry in that terrible wind and cold, you just didn't care about walking in front of my apartment. But you had the hubris to not even bother to walk on the other side of the street or even cut down North Street, totally avoiding walking past my door. Now, I'm sure it wasn't planned, and I will definitely not going to say anything or violate the order, but if I were to stand in front of your building, I'd be in jail. I must also point out that we have been having a civil relationship, and when you're stuck for a ride, I would come over and pick you up, further demonstrating how a civil relationship can benefit us all. What I'm saying in the email is that if she needed a ride and she walked all that way from Dobbs Ferry, for some reason, I would have gladly have gone and picked her up. Even with the order of protection, The email continues. We can talk more about that next email, but it further points out that you have no fear of me. You never had. And had my lawyer listened to me, we could have easily proven you didn't run off and stay in a hotel that night in Manhattan. And that night I called so many times because who on earth spends $300 for a hotel in Manhattan when they could have just stayed at any local motel around here for under $100 or even with a friend? That is one thing you lied about. There's just another thing you lied about in court. There are at least two people that know that. Besides, Juliette was in school the next day, but I won't go on and on. I have enough proof that I need about the whole situation anyway. I got a notice from Social Security, normally yearly notice about the ever so small rise in benefits, the number of questions like, is your child no longer living with you? I wonder if that means they will cut off your benefits because of the order of protection. They could even make you pay back more than $11,000 that you received since the order of protection. Remember, that's how much money your mother gets from my Social Security, $1,300 a month. I said, but I will not call to ask. I am not sure what they will say because I want the next week to have Juliette call me. But if my instincts are correct, that is the one thing you don't want to happen. Because if I were to see Juliette or even speak to her, it's going to be game over in the sense that Juliette will want to see me. But I have to be careful what I write because, as you saw in court, they will take one sentence or even a part of it, take it out of context, and make it look like a threat. I just hope you never receive the wrong end of the legal system like I did. And it is in my will that even should I pass away, I have several different people to seek out Juliette when she is an adult and give her all the letters and my autobiography, which includes all the past events in my life and other documents. That is, if things don't change, because including that letter, what I want is a return to a civil relationship and to be able to see Juliette. I have some reasonable suggestions, but you are in control, and you could have stopped this at any time. And I know you are under the Svengali influence of your lawyer, and you need to be able to make your own decisions and not worry about what your lawyer says, and do the morally right thing, because the Nuremberg defense does not wash with me. So you have made these decisions, and you will have to answer to Juliette about them sometime down the line. I'm just putting it out there for you to think about, something called causality. I know you'll be seeing your family for Christmas. Tell them I've got my anger issues under control, because that is true. I have learned to let the small stuff go, and that revenge, hatred, and resentment are just poisonous to me and will do nothing in possibly in seeing Juliette again. Because what is the end game? Why am I the one who gives you updates? That makes no sense. Oh, we know why the judge did that, because we explained that. He wanted an open line of communication available, because he didn't think that this was anything more than just a big fight. But be that as it may, I'm willing to put the past behind me and work on doing the one thing that means the most to both of us, the health and happiness of our daughter. That's all for this time. Say the hi to everyone for me. Well, I may myself, but that wouldn't violate the order. But ends up I didn't, I think I wrote to Mary once, but she never wrote back. And it was about bipolar stuff that somebody had a question about. Not only were my circle supporters shocked about yesterday, it actually made my therapist's mouth drop. Good one. Juliette, your mother is something else. On December 23rd, I said, I think it's midnight. Just keeping part of the order by writing you. Visits are going well to my therapist. He'll help me deal in my difficult situation. But I'll allow you to have a happy time with your family this week. I wish I could wish them all well. I do have things to say, but I'll leave you alone and enjoy your holidays this week. On December 30th, I write, I'm not sure what email this is. It might be number 13. Anyway, there was no therapist this week anyway. I do have things I want to say, but once again, I'm not going to bother you on your vacation. I'm just checking in. On January 8th of December 17th, I said, saw my therapist last week, but cannot talk. I'm in the hospital. I am not well. I may not be able to write Juliette this week. Next time you hug her, give her an extra hug, hard, just because you can. I had kidney stone. I was very, very sick. Hi. I've still been seeing a therapist, although I have a lot to say. I feel very ill after my operation. So this maybe when I get some energy, I'll write some more. That's on January 17th. Okay? And I'm going to stop it there and pick it up on January 20th, as I do want to get these on to YouTube, because we have the whole of 2017 to go, and then the emails will end. I think there's one in January from your mother, and that's the last time I ever talked to her. So I haven't heard from your mother or seen her. It's March, end of March now. The last email she sent me was a threatening email to take me back to court on January of 2018. So I'll get these emails up on eBay. I mean, up on what I say, up on iTunes, so that they're all there, and you and anyone else can read them, and they will. Somebody's going to find these, and they'll go viral, and they're going to hear the story, and they can make up their own minds on, you know, how my feelings are. I mean, I don't think I could put into feelings how distraught, depressed, and sad it is to have one separated from their child. Do I have to say that every time? I love you, Juliette.